So, what you guys were saying off camera was that you guys kind of come from like, a different side of track than like Alex, who was singing in like country competitions, and you guys were like playing death metal shows. Yeah. So where did you three kind of meet up? Because that seems very different origins.
Yeah. Well, we all met at McEwen in Edmonton because we all were accepted in the same year of the program. So but obviously, I guess we all play different instruments, and then we all ended up taking different majors in the second year. But second year was, I think, the best because you kind of get to spend more time with the people that you met the previous year. So that's kind of how we started jamming. I actually ended up hiring them for a gig that I did with my previous project, like with my sisters, and that's kind of how they started playing with me. So, and then I was like, oh, I also do this other stuff if you are interested in playing. And so they're like, yeah, okay. And so that's, pretty much what happened.
And it just kind of took off from there, like you guys just started jamming together. And
yeah, about a year ago, I think now, we played our first show together, right? It was like in January last year.
With you?
With me,
as your project, yeah.
Yeah, it was January, yeah.
So it's like our anniversary.
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
We'll say today is our anniversary.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I should have got a cupcake and so, like, how is the McEwen program? It seems like they've been turning out a lot of high-class, top-notch musicians.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely don't regret going there. That was probably the best move for me because I tried going to college a couple times before that and didn't really pan out for me. I just wasn't that interested in what I was taking, so I finally was like, okay, face the facts. You want to play music, so go study it. That's what I did.
What about you two lads? Did you regret the decision?
Oh, no. I started like pretty late in music, so coming up in high school, kind of more in the punk scene and stuff, so I was pretty uneducated. So I went to Red Deer College and did that. And then, I just wanted to keep on going, so moved to Edmonton, went to McEwen, and I like the knowledge you gain and the amount of playing you do just brings you to a different level, really, like, honestly.
Yeah, like, I moved out here from just outside of Winnipeg, So, it was great. It was a perfect program for me to learn some bass, and then I also wanted to do recording.
Okay, right.
And it was only 2 years, so it was awesome. And then I got to meet tons of great people. Like, I had no idea what I'd be doing back home.
Yeah, and is that kind of like half of the program? Like, it seems that, like, previously with talking to you, Alex, it seems like there's like you're really tight with that group of people that you kind of went through McEwen with, and you're constantly trading back and forth with different projects and helping each other out.
Yeah, definitely. Like Nick jams regularly with a couple guys, more of a jazz kind of project, I guess, and met them through McEwen, and then like Curtis plays in another band called Wilder Than We, and another like indie rock band, and
nice.
All those guys. Yeah, all of you guys met at McEwen, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of things have come out of it, and it's kind of been nice because a lot of people, some people go away and continue their studies elsewhere or whatever, go back home, but like a lot of people have stuck around, which is really nice because you feel like you can actually develop a scene if people stay.
And why are people sticking around in Edmonton? Because we're not really known for being an arts-friendly community too much. Like, we have a reputation of being a city that you should avoid at all costs unless you want to get stabbed.
Yeah, everyone calls it Deadmonton. Like, even we were in Victoria when we were on tour. We just like had an off day on the island on a Sunday, so we like went into Victoria and went to this like pretty rowdy open mic, and they announced, I went up and did a couple songs acoustically, and she said I was from Deadmonton, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not that bad, you guys. Like, no, I don't know. I think Edmonton has like a lot of potential, I think, for up and coming musicians because, you move to like a bigger city and there's going to be way more bands there, way more musicians trying to do the same thing as you. Whereas here it's like you kind of have a chance to actually get your foot in the door, get a leg up. So, and even like from like cost of living being probably a lot better than like say Vancouver or Toronto would be more expensive, and you're not like way on one side of the country or the other. Like we found with touring too, it's kind of nice. Like we went one direction, like we went west first, came back home, and then go east, and then come back home. So I don't know. I think Edmonton. Yeah.
And do you find that people like here are willing to like help you get that foot in the door? Or is it kind of more like dog eat dog, and people aren't willing to prop each other up?
You want it?
Yeah.
I'm doing all the talking.
I think the music industry is very interesting because it's like you basically have thousands of small businesses that are all competing against each other. But you really, when it comes down to it, like it has to be just about the music and not about the business. So, I mean,
but like I don't know, like
the people that we hang out with are really cool and into that kind of stuff. But I mean, it doesn't maybe apply to everybody.
Yeah, but like, where do you find that balance between like it's about the music, man, and like the business side? Because if you want to, make a little bit of money doing what you love, like you really have to consider that side of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, you just always have to keep in mind, like, why you did it in the first place, for me anyways. Because, I don't know, like, the business side of things, like, booking tours and, like, staying in touch with people and promoting your shows and stuff can be so stressful and kind of uncomfortable sometimes because you have to really put yourself out there. But yeah, if you
put
just
yourself
kind of
out there more than hopping on stage and front of a bunch of people.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think playing a show
different.
is a lot easier than, like, having to be, like, hey, I'm Alex Vissia. You should listen to my album. Please like me. Like, it's like so awkward sometimes because you're like, I just want to play music and write something I feel is, worth writing. But I don't know. I think every city that you go to has, its pros and cons kind of thing. But I mean, there's a lot of very supportive people in Edmonton, and I think it's that way in every kind of community.
But like, how was the tour, all in all, and how did that kind of come up?
Overall, it was a really positive experience, and it kind of just laid the groundwork, I think, for the next one, because, we made some contacts and, like, had the chance to meet a lot of people that we want to come back to and, like, develop relationships with, I guess.
What's the next kind of step for you guys?
Well, we're doing, like, a few shows in Alberta, like, this month, and then, we're planning I'm planning the next Western Canada tour for the spring. So, like the end of March, we're going to start some shows and then maybe do some near the end of April and go into May. And then I've just been applying to a lot of festivals for the summer. Hopefully get a couple. That'd
be sweet.
It's a whole other game. But yeah, basically it's just about like keep plugging away and just you can't take a break for too long, it seems like.